My name's Iris, I'm Eric Arias, and today we're going to be talking about the Genesys Pointlist. And while I'm extremely late to this, given this was released, well, technically 2 days ago, but like, come on, it was 4 a.m. I am justified for skipping 1 day, but 2 days, well, yesterday had a lot of stuff to do, so yeah, I think I'm justified. Regardless, expect a decent amount of videos in the following couple of days. If I'm able to talk, because I haven't yapped in a whole month. I don't know. Like right now, I'm stuttering. Oh my god, I'm stuttering very bad. So yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so I did technically share my opinions on the list on my socials and my community page, but that was like a nothing burger 6 lines of text, and so here are my actual opinions on the list. And first of all, I have to say that they did such a good job with this list. I really do feel like they are trying really well to make this format as low power yet as close to advanced as possible. I don't know if I expressed myself too well, but like the power level is good enough where you can play a pet deck and have a bunch of fun with it, so it's nice. I'll mostly still be talking about Earthbound, but I'll glance over at some meta hits if I think they're really funny, or I think they're, I don't know, I just have strong opinions on them or whatever. So how could I not start with, of course, the first section. Well, I'll be going through these sections because tidiness, I don't know. And in the first section we have DROLL and Lockbird, dead in a ditch and thrown into the incinerator. I'm so happy. I am so happy. DROLL is gone. This card is not fun to go into. Like, I sometimes do think that DROLL is more fun to play into than Charmies and Maxi, but that's just like that's bad versus worse. Like, I'd rather be hit by the bad rather than the worse. But hey, we did it. We killed DROLL, and well, Earthbound has a horrible plan into DROLL, and that is most of the time to just berserker pass. So yeah, this is awesome sauce, or whatever you wanna say. Some people would probably argue that DROLL is healthy in the format because it keeps the combo decks in check, but as we know from masterduel and the Maxi, and well, the Charmies having failed, combo decks aren't really kept in check. Like, you do have some matches where you're slightly favored because you drew the unsearchable free of, which I really don't think is a healthy game dynamic. Like, more high impact hand traps would be better than more lingering floodgate hand traps like DROLL. And also, if a combo deck is that oppressive that you need a Saki free off to compete with it, then the stupid combo deck is the problem. Like, you'd rather just delete that and print fair strategies instead of doing whatever's happening here with onomats and such, which we'll get there soon. Outside of that, in this section we have Nibiru, which is technically irrelevant because if you're playing free Nibiru, that does make you lose either a Ghost Ogre or a Ghost Mourner slot, which is, I suppose it's something. It's kind of nothing, really, but I guess it's better than nothing. Nibiru, I feel like, is way more fair than DROLL, because you have to play around it, always considering if your opponent has it, like every other hand trap. Like, Nibiru is a very high impact hand trap, rather than you being kind of forced to play into DROLL because your strategy just cannot handle it or whatever. Like, even if you cannot handle Nibiru technically, you can still formulate some sort of plan into it. Like, I'm gonna be probably making a Mega Yap video soon, and in that I will talk about Nibiru outs in Genesys and such, maybe for a brief section. So I guess stay tuned for that, I don't know. But also, you can get really creative with Nibiru. With DROLL, you just gotta pray they don't have it, or just pass on one singular disruption. I really do feel like Nibiru is the better, healthier alternative to keep quote-unquote combo decks in check. Outside of that, this section is just really good meta hits. I honestly do love Draco Tail. I think it's a super healthy deck in Advanced. In Genesys, no, it just shouldn't exist, frankly. It's way too high power for what they're trying to incentivize with this format. And Radio Typhoon, the deck still works, it just doesn't work as an engine anymore, and also you lose a lot of non-engine yourself in the purer builds. I cannot speak anymore. And overall, that's just really nice. Same goes with Runic. This is a really big hit to Radio Typhoon Runic, which, my god, was that deck annoying. Like, you don't have consistent access to Fountain, so it just feels worse to play into than regular Runic in Advanced. Outside of that, we have some kinda nothing hits to Heka Hands and Killer Tune. For Killer Tune, it's actually rather relevant, I think, because this does kinda disincentivize Gamma from being played. You'd rather play other hand traps instead, so you have more of them. So, whilst I'm kinda scared of Kill Tune, because I've actually never played into it, like, I've never seen the deck in action, but like, you could probably guess it puts up 1 negate and maybe 3 pops, and I'm kind of scared of that because Earthbound has got some issues with pops and such, and also this deck is turn 0, although it's less impactful than Dracotail, so it's probably gonna be fine, especially with the hand trap hits. Heka Hands hits are just legitimately nothing. You can play 1 Gyges and 1 Xeno, and that's 15 points. And also, this doesn't change Heka Hands as an engine, although I'm not really sure if people are really gonna be playing that. Regardless, I'm actually really excited to test out Heka Hands in Earthbound. Not only in the Chimera build, which I'm delaying to January, yes, because I actually do need to test Heka Hands first, with and without Chimera, and then I'll actually make a proper guide on Chimera. But like, overall, I'm really excited about these because they cannot compete with azamina in Advanced, but in this format, probably really strong. We can move into the next section. This is really simply probably one of the funniest hits I've ever seen. This isn't a oversight. This is just them doing, screw it, let's just kill this guy. And yeah, this is a really good hit. It's so funny. They just tentupled. This just multiplied the point cost to 10 by 10, and yeah, they murdered the card, and it's great because, well, they said it in their blog, but essentially they just want you to not make Rafflesia with this consistently, so that you don't have hand trap insulation. And hand trap insulation in this format is really weird. It costs a lot. I don't know if it's worth it. I do, but it still shouldn't exist at all. It shouldn't exist in Advanced. It shouldn't exist here, even less so here. And yeah, that's a really nice hit. Magician's Souls is interesting. I haven't seen Magician's Souls at all. in any lists around or in just playtesting on ladder and also my friends and such. I don't know why this is here. Maybe they're scared of something. Could be something. Like, yeah, actually this does have the potential to go really nuts with something. I don't know what you would be playing Magician's Souls in, but it's a strong card on paper, so I suppose that's a fine hit. I wasn't playing it in Earthbound anyways, so it kinda doesn't affect anything. It just reduces your options for engines in Earthbound. Also K9 just completely dead is funny. That's all I have to say on K9. Thing I said earlier here. These are all the towers. I'm still not sure why Orangomaniad exists at any less than 100. Sure, whatever. But good. Towers shouldn't be this accessible for free. I could excuse Noir because Purely is hit, but Magnus and especially Liger Dancer because they put out 2 towers usually. Yeah, these are really rough, and this is a nice hit. And also you cannot play more than 1 Liger Dancer, which means you don't need more than 1 Kaiju to deal with it, and that's awesome. A bunch of combo stuff, whatever, I don't care. Now for something I really do care about is Centurion. Centurion is kinda free. You do have some stuff still left. Centurion still has Auxilla at 5 trillion points and stand up at 5, but like the package is gonna be what, 3 stand up, which is 15. Then you have Primera, then you have Judea, that's 18. If you don't wanna play Auxilla like, for example, me in Earthbound, that's just 18 points for a really solid package. And also, I don't know, spoilers for my next video, this is the Anti-Nibiru package. It's alright, I suppose, but we'll get there when we get there, probably in the next couple of next couple of days. I am really excited for Centurion. First of all, because of the Red Dragon Archfiend stuff in Burst Protocol. I'm assuming they're gonna hit them really hard, so there is likely... It's probably not gonna be playable, but if it's playable, Centurion is gonna be the best package in Earthbound, hands down, because there's no DROLL, so like you can just freely have consistency, just super consistent Earthbound. It's incredible. Centurion is a 1 card, the Crimson King, and yeah, that's all I have to say. The Crimson King gets you Crimson Call, that gets you Keeper, and Keeper gets you full combo. It's incredible. Even without the Crimson King, you still do have Kraken to get into stand-up, which is additional ceiling using Vengeance Dragon, or you can make Berserker, you could make Axel Stardust, which... Oh no, yeah, it's in my list, I don't know what happened. You can make Axel Stardust, you can make whatever for ceiling. You can also just wait until your opponent's turn, I think? No, you cannot if you're not playing Axela, never mind. You can also just make Primera Premise with your Earthbound stuff, like level 8s are pretty free with Rusiela. You could even play Primera Premise over Axel Stardust, although that does kinda make plays awkward with Symphos plus White Forest. I'm gonna do the deck build theory another day, but like Centurion has a lot of potential, and before I was mostly just using it for archery, but right now you can do a lot of stuff with this, and it's awesome. You can also do the Zolkin plays, I forgot to mention that, and that's gonna be really fun to lab out. So I'm gonna have a field day with these. Even though, like, what? The points were dropped by exactly 5? Shut up, I forgot about Centurions, okay? I'm not smart. Okay. Deception. Okay, I didn't have much hope in Azamina, but now I have even less hope in Azamina ever being playable. But, like, that's a fine trade-off given Azamina is insane. Yeah, there isn't much else to say there. This is a low power format and Omni negates come at a premium, which is completely understandable. What did I say? Understandable? Man. Okay, next we have Levianeer. This is relevant for what? Crimson Blade Dragon in Burst and not Burst Protocol in Blazing Dominion, which I do feel like is probably not gonna be pointed because the search targets outside exactly Habakiri and Protoss aren't really too important unless I'm missing something really important. So Chaos Dragon Levianeer is gonna be pretty nice in that build. Levianeer is also a really good small war bridge if you're not considering in hand traps. Like in advanced, you have so many hand traps that you'd rather play something like DROLL or Valor as your bridge, since that gets into diabellstar and whatever. And Nightmare Apprentice is just a better extender, but given your best bridge here is arguably Mother Spider Splitter, which is I don't know. I cannot spell. Mother Spider Splitter, which is basically worse Garbage Lord. Yeah, Levianeer is probably gonna be a really nice in builds that do benefit from Small World as a searchable funny card. Nothing else here. Denlong is something. I guess. Is it really? I don't think I really care. I didn't care about it in advanced, and I'm likely not gonna care about it in this format, especially given the worm pool. The worm pool? That sounds weird. Whatever, the worm pool is whatever, honestly. Like mostly the summon targets, like they're just big bricks. And you cannot make the big guy because it's pointed, I'm pretty sure. Yang Zeng. Yeah, this is 13 points. This is 33 for a singular Omni Negate into Ghost Ogre, maybe. I don't think I care that much about this. But who knows? Like, this could be Nibiru installation. The problem is I need to add a something to level modulate Denlong so that it has a more advantageous level for I think Gremlina. If you're playing this, you're probably gonna be playing the Dogwater Linewalker. If you're playing Denlong, but like at that point you're losing so much ceiling to sort of play around the Nibiru, and I'm just really not sure. I might lab out some stuff with Denlong in the future if I find something I really do like. Probably gonna be Necros, but time will tell, and I'm gonna be labbing stuff out, you know? Simple as that. Nothing relevant here, I don't think. Oh yeah, Incoming Machine and Full Metal. This is kind of nothing for us, really. I suppose. Incoming Machine is fine. Like, you can still just play Metal Flame Swordsman as your searcher for Zoa, but it doesn't really matter. The effects are sort of the same, except for the battle manipulation, which could come up once in a blue moon. And Full Metal just doesn't matter for us because whilst it is an Omni, you need to put in a lot of effort to make the line into Full Metal Dragon worth it. and viable, and it is just not worth it. Nor viable. You just make metal, so there's no reason to not to What am I saying anymore? Alright. Let's just talk about the staples that they dropped. And I guess calling Assault Synchron a staple is funny. Assault Synchron... I've already talked about it in my Chaos Ruler Alert Queen whatever slop build video. But this is not worth it in that build because of zones and such. And so it's just not worth it in other builds, I'm pretty sure. Tuning? How much is tuning? Tuning's free. This doesn't sound too bad, but also Earthbound is one of the last archetypes that needs generic tuner extenders. Like, your whole archetype is just one tuner summons two tuners. You'd rather play non-tuners like Booyah and such. So yeah, Soul Synchron doesn't have much use cases. Doesn't have much use. I don't know how to do sentences anymore. What has happened to me? Whatever. Then we have Changer Hearts and Snatch Steel. I mentioned these specifically because like you do get a body with your free eating. But you could also play enemy controller, which is free, and it's a little more versatile given it eats stuff like Valor, and it also what was it? I forgot. Oh yeah, it's also a quick play, which is an additional bonus for Radiant Typhoon Vision, and just dodging stuff. I might play these in the side deck, probably for a meme build or just Heka Hands. Yeah, I will test these in Heka Hands. That does sound really fun. Then we have Foolish Guts, and ow, this hurts. This is really rough for exactly the Diabellstar level 8 package. But even then, I wasn't sure about it in testing, if this was good or not. It's fine, actually. I'm not sure what this is meant to hit. But I don't think I really care much. I don't remember. Oh yeah, Premature Burial! Yo! Okay, this is very cool. This is really cool. This can be used with Power Tool. Power Tool. Damn it. Power Tool. There we go. Power Tool Dragon. You can just get a free Crystal Wing. And that's the whole deal of the card. It is 9 points. And it does technically out Nibiru if you already have a Nova for additional plays. I feel like this is probably gonna be worth it. Depending on how much space you have in the deck. I really do feel like this has a lot of potential because like Crystal Wing is such a good card. Like how could I not? Like, and also Premature Burial is just a fun card to mess around with. I don't think I will be looping it anytime soon with some jank. But I do feel like it's gonna be I don't know, it just sounds like it has so much potential for exactly turboing out Crystal Wing to out Nibiru. But hey, that's a really good roll. Like, come on. Surely it's gonna be good. And now we can just talk about some cards that are not on the list for whatever reason. Let's just start with the obnoxious stuff. Starting with any card. Okay, so essentially just exactly Shifter, Macrocosmos, and Iman. And Dimensional Fissure. These three cards should not exist in this format. Frankly, not even in Advanced, but especially this format. Like, They wanted to get rid of all floodgates, and they did not do that with these three. They wanted to get rid of handtrap insulation, and they didn't do that with Shifter and Defizz. Like, Shifter is super obnoxious, especially because it's a handtrap. So like, what's the deal here? Like, I legitimately do not understand the line of thought. Like, they banned the band plays on, and they didn't ban Dimensional Fissure and Dimensional Shifter. Like, surely they could have done that. But like, that's the only major complaint about this list. Next up are just random nitpicks. Mainly, the main one is Odeon, because I am kind of scared about Dominant Spiral at 0 points. Since you can play that in Odeon, and Odeon is definitely gonna be one of the best decks post this Pointlist. Because it's one of the few previous meta decks that's left over, and it got a buff. So like, it got a buff in Dominant Spiral. Impulse, if you really want to play it, avoid. Oh, I guess you could play one alongside Songs. So 2 searches, so it's not too bad. And also Karma Cannon at 3 points. It's a lot more affordable now. I am really scared about Odeon actually. And also like, outside of Odeon, I really do feel like decks that are good into Dimensional Fissure are gonna be the better decks in the format coming up. So yeah, these are really my only actual complaints. The others are just random cards that, why are they still here? The main one being a Gravity Collapse, which is completely insane, and who designed this card and why is no one playing it? I mean, I guess it's only a going first card, and it is kind of narrow, like you can only play it in Synchro decks, and I don't think many Synchro decks are actually relevant in Genesys. Killer Tune is gonna be the main one that's probably gonna be abusing this a lot. Although this is a very obscure tech somehow, for some reason. I'm not really sure why that's the case. Like, something this powerful surely would be more popular than it is currently. And well, you can play this in Earthbound, so like, I don't know, might as well. Might as well just add it in as my going first tech. I'll eventually fix this list up. Then we have nothing. I wrote some cards that are actually stupid and shouldn't be pointed, or rather, doesn't really matter that they exist. The main one was 7th Tachyon, because it's a lot of consistency, but like, so long as it's consistency and it's not stupid stuff, like, I don't know, whatever Onomat was doing, like, it's probably gonna be fine. Outside of that, it's exactly Piscu and Nightmare Apprentice. And exactly Nightmare Apprentice that I do wanna see at lower points. Apprentice for Earthbound Chimera, and Piscu because I just wanna play Piscu in Pure, man. It's such a cool part of the deck. It's not oppressive. The burn damage looks annoying, but in reality, what's actually menacing is the nuke. So like, come on, Konami, you could have done that better with the FDK debacle. They could have just made Guardian 100 and Pisk 1, or at least Guardian at 80 points and Pisk at 21. Like, they could have done so much to make sure that Earthbound doesn't die, but like, so long as Earthbound isn't a top deck or something, or at least so long as they didn't see Earthbound playing Piscu without the FTK strat, it was eventually gonna happen. It's whatever at this point. Like, I am planning to train really hard to see if I can get into, I don't know, a Genesys YCS. Like, maybe if they do Milan in 2026, I will have an easier time to go there and such. So like maybe I'll try to top, I don't know. And like if I top, they have even less incentive to free Pescu. So like that's not a good thing, I don't know. Regardless, I'm not that upset anymore. It's fine. Whatever, I didn't want to play with a cool boss anyways. This is gonna be the end of the video. Yeah, I need to stop yapping about nonsense. I need to stop before I even begin doing this side tangent at the end of every video. So yeah, that's it for my reaction to the point. Well, not reaction, my opinions, whatever you wanna call them, to the points list. I think it's awesome. It's incredible. And also, my next videos are gonna come in the following days, and they're probably gonna be just a lot of yapping because I need to get better at that now that I haven't uploaded in a whole month. And alright, see ya, peace.